సెషన్. సో ఎవరెవరు జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు, మధ్యలో ఎవరెవరు లెఫ్ట్ అవుతున్నారు, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి రికార్డెడ్ బాబు. సో మీరు మధ్యలో రికార్డ్ అవుతున్నా వింటున్నారా లేదా మాకు తెలియదు. నేను మాత్రం మొత్తం ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి రికార్డెడ్. అటెండెన్స్ కూడా రికార్డ్ అయిపోతుంది మొత్తం. సో మార్క్స్ అనేటువంటిది బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అండ్ యువర్ అటెండెన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకొని నేను మార్క్స్ ఇస్తాను. ఓకే. సో డైమెన్షనల్ ప్రాక్టీస్. సో డైమెన్షనల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే, for example, if I give a diagram, how to mention the dimensions. So I told you, drawing is nothing but a language. Drawing it is nothing but a language by using symbols and numbers. Without writing any sentences, we are representing the sentences with some with some pictures with some dimensions, so that we have some rules and definitions to understand the dimensional practice. So in the last class I already told you, but I'm representing that one. So dimensioning is the process of specifying parts information by using lines, numbers and symbols and nodes. So dimensioning is nothing, dimensional practice is nothing but representing a diagram with lines. So let me take a pen. So with the lines, numbers and the symbols and the nodes. So actual line should be thick, thin line. So always lines must be thin lines. Which lines? Dimensioning lines must be thin lines. So actual lines must be thick lines. I already told you. And to represent the diameter, that must be represented in this pi, this manner. To represent the radius, we should use this r letter. We should use that r letter. Next, dimensional components. So to indicate the dimensionals, we have some components. First one is extension line. So what is extension line? I already told you in the last class. Extension line is nothing but this is extension line, this is extension line. So this is extension line, this is extension line. Extension line is the line which is used to indicate that size of the length and size of that portion. So this for example, this is the length we should represent. To represent that length, we should use wait a minute. So to represent this 20 length, we should extend this portion from this line. These lines are called extension lines. So next, dimensioning lines. Dimensioning line is nothing but, so we are giving the number like this. We are giving the number 20 is nothing but, that is the length of that area is nothing but a 20. So whatever the line which you are showing with arrow, whatever the line which you are showing with this arrows like this. So here we are mentioning 20 like this. This arrow, this line is called dimensioning line. Dimensioning line, dimensioning line. This is dimension line. After that, we should give the arrows. This line is called dimension line. This line is called dimensioning line. And we know that dimensioning number is nothing but 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters, 50, whatever the number which we are called that as dimension number. And the next one is leader line. Next one is leader line. So what is leader line? So this is the nothing but the leader line. Leader line, what is the leader line? So this is the circle. Everybody knows that one. Let me take different one. This is the circle. To represent the cycle, we should take a line like this. This is the arrow, and we should extend the line like this. This is nothing but the radius of the circle. R is nothing but a radius. I mentioned in the previous slide. R is nothing but a radius. Radius is 16. So this line is called leader line. So whatever the line we are extending, this line is called leader line. So this is all about extension line is nothing but this is the extension line, and next the dimensioning line. This is the whatever that wait a minute. Okay. CR, is that visible? CR, respond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, and this is a extension line. This is only this is the dimensional line without arrows. Next, this number is called dimension number, and this is called leader line. This pi 10, pi is nothing but a diameter. So I already told you in the previous slide, pi is nothing but a diameter, r is nothing but a radius. So this one is leader line, and this is also a leader line. So these are the representation of basic lines. Next one. So this is one of the point we should remember. So next one is this is extension line and dimension line and the diameter, sorry, dimension number. So this is extension line, this is dimension line, this is arrow, and this is the dimensioning number. And also if you want to represent the angle, if the angle will be like this, to represent this angle we should indicate in this way. So next, this is the leader line. Already told you. Next, how to draw the extension lines. How to draw the extension lines. So always we need to remember 2 points. Always leave visible gap minimum 1 mm. 1 mm. So from the uh, actual line to this is a minimum. Here we need to remember, we need to give 1 mm gap here. Here 1 mm gap. Here also 1 mm gap. Nothing but extension line should not touch the actual line. So here this is nothing but this is wrong one. The second diagram is a wrong one. Here this is extension line, and this is actual line is touching here. Here also touching. So here also touching. So this is a wrong practice, poor practice of drawing. Here we should leave some gap between the actual line and the extension line. And after that, here also extension line and dimension line. Here here also extra 1 mm we should represent. Extra 1 mm we should draw. So here 1 mm gap is required. Here 1 mm gap is required, and not 1 mm gap, minimum some gap, that uh, extension line and actual line should not touch. Whatever the gap you take your wish, but that gap must that gap must not be broad. And also here some extra line should be drawn from the dimensioning line. Here extra line extension. So here extension line is there. So what we are knowing the, so we are learning the process of giving the dimensions. So this chapter represent we are learning the how to draw the dimensions. So this is the our intention. So in that process I'm explaining the rules to draw. What are the rules are there to draw the dimensions, to give the dimensions? Just I'm explaining the rules, rule 1, rule 2, like that. These are the all basic rules. And if I go, let me go for next slide. So next extension line. Next one is extension line. So extension line must be, this is the good practice and this is poor practice. This is good practice and this is poor practice. So look at this one. This is the diameter. This is a circle is there here inside. A circle is there. If you want to represent this gap, if you represent this gap, this length, you should indicate the line here. This extension line should not touch the actual line, but it should touch with the, it should touch with the other extension line, because if you don't write, if you don't touch this line, we don't know, the user or examiner does not know how to, how to recognize the length between a length. Suppose if you write the line from this point, he does not recognize the gap, uh, how much gap he represented with the 20 mm 30 mm. That's why you should go into this line. So this is the correct practice. So this is wrong practice, this is wrong practice. So this is what you should remember. And here also, here also, this extension line must be goes into this, because if you don't touch this line at this point, at this position, the examiner doesn't know what is the length you are representing. So sometimes the extension line should not touch the actual line, and sometimes that line must be touch the actual line. That is based on the inner diameters. So this is the, these are the key points you must be remember. And the next one is dimensioning line. So these are all examples I'm giving. So here this actual line should not touch with this this extension line should not touch with the actual line, because here if you don't touch this one, you can recognize easily this is up to 30 mm, here 30 mm. So here this gap, so this dimension line to actual line gap must be at least two times of the, at least two times of the front size. Front size is nothing but this is 30 mm na? So two times of 30 size you should take. So this is another point you should remember. So here less gap is there, you should not leave less gap. Here less gap is there, you should not leave the less gap, and also you should not give the more gap. That is, that is not too closer, that is not too far. At least a minimum two times of the this number, that must that is a gap you should give between the actual line to dimensioning line. Let's go for another slide. Next one is dimensioning number. Dimensioning number is nothing but 20, 30, 40, like this. This dimensioning number must be drawn with HB or 2H pencil. Nothing but HB 2H pencil, nothing but that must be that somewhat darker pencil. And height must be 2.5 to 3 mm. So whatever the dimensioning line number which you are giving, you are writing 20 mm 30 mm, that size must be 22.5 to 3 mm. That is not exactly. Next this is dimensioning number. Dimensioning number, this must be 2.5 to 3 mm, and also this must be with HB and 1H pencils. So that the dimensions must be given, that must be given in this way. So that is not far away from the dimensioning line. This is wrong practice. And also the dimensioning number should not be on the line, should not be on the line. And also dimensioning number should not hit one of the edges here and here. The dimension length must, dimensioning number must be indicated at the middle of the dimensioning line and near to the dimensioning line. That must be touches, that must be touches to the dimensioning line. This is another rule to another one. So all of you you should make a notes, make a note on your drawing notes, and all you should write all the rules one by one. And if you revise that one, you can understand easily, and I will give some examples so that you can understand easily. So look at this one. This is the another new one. So to represent this is angle, to represent this angle, you must be represent in this way. So this is the 60 degrees. He gave 60 degrees. You should indicate the 60 degrees in this way. So this is the line. Actual line is there here. You should extend this line, and from this one you should extend this line. This is nothing but 60 degrees. And also the most important point in this slide is you should you should give 25. Just leave the 25. Just write 25. You should not write 25 mm. This is wrong practice. So this is a wrong practice. You should not write 25 mm, because whatever the number which you are writing on the drawing sheet, that indicates 25. If you write 25, that automatically indicates that that is 25 mm only, nothing but all the dimensions, uh, whatever you are drawing, that is with mm only, so millimeters. So you no need to separate, you no need to write mm separately. So that is another point you need to remember. And also you should not write this is 60. If you write this is 60, whether it is a number or degrees, doesn't know, we doesn't know, and the examiner does not recognize that one. That's why you should indicate 60 degrees. Instead of 60, you should write 60 degrees. If you write 60, whether the examiner doesn't know whether it is 60 degrees or 60 mm. So that is one of the rule we should remember. Let us go for next one. So this is another most important one. So suppose if the gap is very less. So if the gap is very less, so that for example, if the gap is very less, in this gap you cannot uh, write 25 mm like that, 25 30 mm like that. So in that case, how to represent? So in such a cases, for example, if the number is too short, if the gap is too short, to represent this one, just indicate the two arrows like this, and then write the number here, 1 or 6 or like that. So here I shown that one. Here this is only 1 mm. So if it is 1 mm, you should give the arrows from the external side and put the number between the two extension line. So this is the extension line and this is the extension line. Between two this extension line, you should write 1, and you should write the arrows. You should put the arrows from the external. This is, you should put the arrows in this way. So this gap indicates nothing but 1 mm. And also it's here, if it is 16.5, so it's very difficult to write 16.5 in this gap, because the gap is very less and the number is very large. In such a cases, you should represent this one. You should put the arrows inside like this, and to take one line will be outside, that will be represented this in this way, 16.25. So this is another way to represent this one. So this is wrong practice. This is wrong practice. This is also a wrong practice, because 16.5 cannot be inserted between this gap. So in such a cases, you should draw in this way. If the 1 mm cannot be, 1 mm can be represented between these two lines, but arrows cannot be inserted inside. So that's why we should put the arrows from the external. So these are the another point to remember. Let's go for the next slide. So this is nothing but a orientation of length of dimensions. So if the dimensions will be, if the diagram will be like this. So for example, you can represent this is aligned dimensions and the unidirectional dimensions. Dimensions will be two types. One is aligned dimensions, another one is unidirectional dimensions. So that name, so this is most important one. This is most important one. So All of you carefully listen this one. For your whole first year, you can follow either align dimensions, align method or unidirectional method. సో యూనిడైరెక్షనల్ అంటే ఈజీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి బాబు. యూనిడైరెక్షనల్ అంటే ఈ 20 mm 30 mm 40 mm వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డైమెన్షనింగ్ నెంబర్ ఉంటుంది కదా మీకు, ఆ నెంబర్ మస్ట్ బి హారిజాంటల్ గా ఉండాలి. అంటే యూనిక్ అంటే ఓన్లీ యూనిక్ అంటే ఓన్లీ వన్ డైరెక్షన్, అంటే ఒకటే మోడల్. సో యూనిడైరెక్షన్, ఇన్ ద యూనిడైరెక్షనల్ మెథడ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద నెంబర్ డైమెన్షనింగ్ నెంబర్ విచ్ యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ టు రైట్, that number must be horizontal. Why are you keeping your voice in unmute babu? Unmute కి ఎందుకు వెళ్తుంది? అన్మ్యూట్ చేయడానికి మీకు అన్మ్యూట్ కి ఎందుకు వెళ్ళిపోతుంది మీ హ్యాండ్? సో నెక్స్ట్ యూనిడైరెక్షనల్ మెథడ్ అంటే ఓన్లీ వన్ డైరెక్షనల్. సో డైమెన్షనింగ్ నెంబర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని హారిజాంటల్ గా రిప్రజెంట్ చేయడం. సో హారిజాంటల్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ లైక్ దిస్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ 30 చూడండి, ఈ 30 ఎలా ఉంది? హారిజాంటల్ గానే ఉంది. ఈ 30 హారిజాంటల్ గానే ఉంది. ఈ 30 హారిజాంటల్, ఈ 30 హారిజాంటల్, ఈ 30 హారిజాంటల్, this 30 horizontal, this 30 horizontal. All the numbers which you are using to write the dimension, you are writing that number in horizontal manner. So for that to draw that horizontal manner, you should draw that dimensioning line with gaps. Nothing but if you represent this gap, you should draw arrow like this, and you should draw the arrow like this, and between these two dimensioning line you should keep some gap. In that gap you should write the dimensioning number. This is the unidirectional method of mentioning the dimensioning number. So if you take the Halline dimensions, what is the procedure to represent the dimensioning number? So for example, this is only simple. For example, this is the dimensioning line will be like this. You should draw the number parallel to that one. Parallel to that one. If the arrow will be vertical, you should draw the number vertically like this. If the number will be like this, if the line will be like this, dimensioning line, the number will be like this. The dimensioning number will be like this. If the dimensioning line will be like this, the number will be parallel to that line. Nothing but here you are representing dimensioning number as per the dimensioning line. So here you no need to put the gap here. Just here, this is the parallel, dimensioning line is parallel. So here 30 will be parallel to the dimension line will be vertical here, parallel to that one you should draw the 30. And here dimensioning line will be somewhat inclined. Here you wrote the dimension number parallel to that one. So like this he put inside. Okay, we can maximum you should put inside at the bottom numbers, and you should put a top for the above numbers, above dimensioning lines. So this is a aligned method and a unidirectional method. There are two ways to represent the dimensioning line and the dimensioning number. You should follow either of one. So whatever you practice, just follow that one forever. So this is the another slide. Let us go for the another slide. To represent the angle, what is the procedure? So this is the method to represent the angle. So this is a draw the line, extension line parallel to this line like this, and draw the another extension line like this. You represent the angle with this curved area. So if you want to represent this area, this angle also, you should draw the parallel line like this, extension line to this line, and also same at the bottom, at the middle, you draw the extension line like this. You represent the angle. So this is the way to represent the angle. This way, it looks easy. Let us go for another slide. To represent the arcs, So, for example, if the diagram will be like this is nothing but a arc. This is nothing but a arc. So to represent this arc, so what are the various methods are there? What are the various methods are there? So look at this one. This is the big arc is there. This is the big arc is there. So that you can represent this big arc as, look at this one. For example, to represent this arc, you should draw the some light with the pencil, some angle, and to take this. This is the point, and draw the vertical, that is the extension line like this, and put an arrow like this. Represents here r 200. R is nothing but radius. R is nothing but radius. So why it is radius? Because if it is semicircle, this will be the circle. So this is total will be the diameter. This definitely will be the radius. This definitely will be the radius. So that this is, draw the line like this, dimension line, put an arrow, and on the arrow, draw, whatever the radius dimension will be there, that is 20 mm or 30 mm or 100 mm, 200 mm, you should represent this is in this way. So otherwise another way is also there. So if the number is too long, here it is not, the space is not enough to write this r 200 here. In such a case, you should draw a line here, and put an arrow here, and draw the extension line like this, leader line like this, and draw a horizontal portion like this, and here you should mention this is the r62.5. so this is another way to represent the dimensioning length, dimensioning number of an arc. Nothing but here, look at the possibilities. If the number is too short, no problem, you can put between that gap. If the number is too long and the gap is less, so then alternative is there. So nothing but we are searching for the alternates. We are searching for the alternate to represent the number. So this is the way. This is here gap is enough to represent this number, so that you can represent here. Here gap is enough, here gap is less, so that you should extension this line and represent this number like this. So if the arrow will be downwards, you should represent, you can represent in this way also. These are the, this is the less possibility will be there. So more possibilities which you will see in your drawing, these possibility will be available. And also another possibility, if the gap is too short, it's very difficult to write the dimensioning line and arrow. So in such a case, you should represent in this way. Put arrow, put the extension line like this, and put an arrow, draw the leader line, and to write r2.5. So these are the some basic importance rules. So this session will be closed within 3 minutes. I will explain remaining in the next session. 1, 3, 4, 5 diagrams are will be there. If you have any doubts, you can ask up to now.